vertical hang glider, a sport so dangerous few men are brave enough to attempt it. Ennis, Texas. It's showtime. Stunt rider Jimmy Lynn Davis will attempt to fly over 2 large trucks and land safely on the other side. Jimmy rides down the drag strip, trying to gauge the wind speed. A sudden gust forces him to consider canceling the dangerous stunt. The weather conditions have already caused delays, and now the impatient crowd is growing even more restless. So despite the heavy winds, Jimmy decides the show must go on. He lights up his flares and takes off. There's no turning back. But then, disaster. Powerful updraft catches the glider's wing, causing the fragile aircraft to roll. Jimmy plummets 45 feet to the concrete and is crushed under his 300-pound bike. A medical team rushes to his crumpled body. Jimmy is still breathing, but his bones are badly broken. He lies in a coma for 11 days, lingering between life and death.
I was fighting the tubes, I guess, when I woke up, because they had me tied up and had my leg up, and because I broke every bone on the left side of my body.
Jimmy relives the moment the jump went wrong.
The wind was blowing really strong, and it was coming around the buildings, and so when I jumped into a clear air, I went into the bad air, and I jumped into just like a tornado, actually.
Jimmy believes that his faith is what helped him survive.
Basically, I've always been fairly lucky, I guess. I have a firm belief in God, and I figure, well, that kind of helped. And things just, wasn't my time to go.
But even tough guys like Jimmy Lynn Davis know when to quit. This jump was his last. National Forest, Colorado. Without warning, relentless snowstorms can cause killer avalanches. Fearing that an unexpected slide could trap innocent victims, highway crews devise a plan to control the onslaught of snow and ice. Using a helicopter, they drop explosives to blast away the accumulated snow. TV reporter Russell Ruffin and cameraman Jim Stair are on hand to cover the story. First, the blasting seems to be working. One explosion sends a wall of snow plowing through 50-foot-tall trees. But then, something goes wrong. The avalanche veers off course. It rages down the hill, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. Over 1 million tons of snow race toward the terrified newsmen. It appears that Russell and Jim have been buried alive. Let's watch again. As the rampaging avalanche barrels down the hill, the men have only seconds to escape. Jim leaves his camera on a tripod and runs for his life. Russell jumps into his car. As the wall of snow engulfs him, Russell fears he'll never see his family again.
Like, what did I do this morning? Did I kiss my wife goodbye? Did I say I love you to my kids? And all those things run through your mind when you think that's the end of it right there.
The avalanche stops just before Russell is entombed in the ice. Miraculously, he survives. But what about Jim? Russell wipes off the camera, looks through the lens, and sees his friend. Amazingly, he has also survived the horrifying ordeal. Look closely as nature's awesome fury bears down on the two men.
I would compare it to getting hit by a freight train. It does a lot of damage. It has a lot of force behind it.
The The two newsmen were back at work the next day. Their assignment, another avalanche.
Using the photons, and Jim Stair and I were standing just a couple of hundred yards over that direction when the avalanche hit right here.
But the dedicated newsmen have learned their lesson. This time, they cover the blast from a safe distance.
You know, as a reporter, they always tell you, "Come on, get involved, get involved, get involved." Well, we got involved. We just got too involved.
Each day, police officers across the country put their lives on the line in high-speed pursuits. You're about to see one of the most unusual police chases ever caught on tape. Cobb County, Georgia. An officer's dash cam rolls as he stops a motorist for speeding. But he's so determined to inform the female driver of her mistake that he makes one of his own. He forgets to put his car in park. Suddenly, the officer realizes he's guilty of his own moving violation. Let's watch again. The panicked policeman chases his car as it rolls away. But can he capture his runaway vehicle before embarrassment turns into disaster? Thankfully, the officer catches a lucky break, and his nightmare is over. Even though the cop is worn out by his perilous pursuit, he still manages to do his duty and give the woman her ticket. When his fellow officers saw this video evidence, you can bet they wanted to write him a citation for carelessness.
Next up, a dragster explodes, engulfing its driver in a furious ball of flames. Plus, when a bulldozer smashes through a prison wall, dangerous convicts escape and terrorize a neighborhood. Then later, a crew fights for their lives when their ship plunges to the bottom of the sea. When the world's most amazing videos continues.
You told